What a result for Chelsea. The win was much needed. Was really needed, and however we came to the 3 points did not really matter in this game, in this context, because at the end of the day, the 3 point was is what matters the most. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't flawless, but it was a win, and it was a big one at that. Chelsea beat Brentford 2-0 at Stamford Bridge, the first Premier League win under Rosenior, and ending a winless league run and showing the mental toughness and resilience fans have been crying out for. Goals from João Pedro and Cole Palmer sealed it. And today we're going to dive straight into the Chelsea lineup and game plan, who excelled and who struggled rather, and Brentford threat and how Chelsea contained it, the substitutions and their impact, Rosenier's post-match words, and Cole Palmer's fitness and body language. And then we'll talk about Garnacho's big miss, because I still do not understand how he missed that opportunity. And then in the end, we'll talk about what this win means for Chelsea in the wider context. So let's dive right straight into it. So Rosenior clearly set Chelsea up with a compact but purposeful approach. This wasn't a free-flowing attacking masterclass, I'm not going to lie. It was a pragmatic, battle-ready performance. Chelsea lined up roughly like with Sanchez in goal, a back four of Reece James, Tosin, Trevor Chalobah, and Marco Corella, and in midfield was Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez as a midfield base, and then just ahead of them was Cole Palmer playing from the 10, and on the right you have Pedro Neto, and on the left was Alejandro Garnacho, and then with João Pedro as the striker. And that balance in the midfield was Jesus like energy on the wing, and an attack built to hurt on transition. Rosenier's game plan was simple: stay solid early, take chances when they came, and then obviously protect the lead when we were in the driving seat, and then contest for every second ball. Because when you look at the game, especially with what Brentford offered, especially in the area duels, we were more dominant, with Tosin trying to winning area duels more than anyone until he got taken off the field. So Brentford had been on a 6 match unbeaten run until this defeat. Chelsea allowed them possession but defended with shape and discipline. And importantly, Brentford started better and looked dangerous early, but Chelsea didn't fold. They stayed patient and could capitalize when the moment came. And this was how Brentford did not even get on the score sheet today. It's still beyond me, because yes, we'll talk. I said that earlier, that even though Chelsea stood strong and didn't fold, it was still a red carpet laid out for the Brentford attackers today. But yet the game ended in a 2-0 win in favor of Chelsea. And we're also going to talk about Sanchez, who put on a man of the match performance today, because were it not for Sanchez today, it would have been serious humbling. It would have been a serious humbling, because with the kind of attack that Brentford came with today, the pressing, the set piece taking and all that, especially Coyote's throwing, Jesus Christ, was really dangerous and was threatening. So how Chelsea came out without conceding even a goal is something that right now was really crazy. So that's just it. Yeah. So like I said, despite earlier criticism from Sanchez, because Sanchez was excellent in yesterday's game. It was making big saves, and including one key stop early in their second half when Brentford threatened. Some outlets were even rating him, like I said, giving him the man of the match from their own perspective after 6 crucial saves. With the way he was playing, the way he served the ball whenever we won the ball. There's this style that Brentford came today. They were not just trying to disrupt. They were shaking the defense line, especially trying to unstable Robert Sanchez whenever it was time for them to have a set piece or do a long throw. And that throwing is really really crazy. I don't know what Coyote has in his hands, but his throwing is really really disruptful. Anyway, in the end, Robert Sanchez stood strong and stood tall and kept Chelsea in the game. And then we'll talk about João Pedro, whose goal really, really, at least calmed the ship a little bit. He opened the scoring with a very, very strong instinctive strike after a defensive deflection fell kindly into his own path, and the VAR gave Chelsea the goal or awarded the goal because of an offside that came from the armpit. Anyway, I'll take that one anytime, any day, as long as it gives Chelsea the 3 points. And then we'll talk about Cole Palmer. He's still the win with a calm spot kick after substitute Liam Delap was fouled in the box 18. Okay, his confidence from the penalty spot gives Chelsea a reliable presence in tight games, and this was one of those moments that matters most. If he had not scored, Brentford would have fed off that energy, and probably the pressure would have been even more intense than it was. And then we'll talk about Alejandro Garnacho, because this man, that what a miss. He had an excellent opportunity from close range, but he somehow missed it. A chance that should have doubled the lead earlier. The kind of miss that reminds us even talent, even talented players, okay, can have moments to work on under pressure. I don't know what it is about Garnacho. We know that he's got speed, he's got pace, he's got boss and all that, but his inconsistency in front of goal is the reason why. News outlets have it that we're looking for an attacker, most notably on the left-hand side of the pitch. And then talk about Brentford's threats. Brentford consistently and persistently pressured and peppered Chelsea with attack, had more possession and created several chances. Chelsea hardly had any shot on goal in the second half until Cole Palmer converted the penalty. They created several chances, including shots hitting the post and near misses. Matthias Jensen, Kevin Schade, and Igor Thiago all looked very, very dangerous all through, but lacked the decisive edge. And probably luck played a huge part in Chelsea's win today, and I'm going to take that. Okay, Brentford's plans was they were to walk the ball into dangerous areas, test Chelsea defenders and goalkeepers, use wide threat and crosses and set pieces and everything, which they didn't even stop. They kept on. They kept with the pressure, like with the set piece taking. Being thrown right into the box six, and they maintained relentless pressure. Brentford hit the woodwork and worked hard inside and outside the box and forced Sanchez into multiple saves. Okay, and Chelsea managed this by tactical awareness in the midfield, because thank God for Caicedo, who was decent, not overly how do I put it now? Wasn't overly a very very awesome display, but was decent. I'll take that. Okay, Chelsea and Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez were very very good in this game. Okay, and then we also did well trying to contain Brentford by winning every second ball. We were very aggressive in our fight for the second ball, and then we protected the lead when and the moment we got ahead. Rosenior's Chelsea didn't dominate. We did not dominate in territories, okay, but we controlled dangers well and converted our chances in key moments. And then in the second half, Rosenior decided to make substitutes which were very, very, very important for Chelsea in this game. Andre Santos came on for Garnacho and added some fresh legs and energy in midfield as Brentford were starting to grow into the game. And then Wesley Fofana came on for Tosin in the 58th minute because Tosin got injured. And then Like I said, Tosin did very well, winning all his area balls until the time he left. He was substituted for the injury, and while Trevor Chalobah was mopping up the ball on the ground, Tosin was winning the balls in the area. So he got substituted due to the injury, and then Wesley Fofana came on for him, and then Liam Delap came on for João Pedro, the substitution that made a direct impact. Okay, Delap came and forced the penalty from which Palmer scored, and then we'll talk about Josh Achempong and Garnacho. The energy preserved, and the legs, we needed fresh legs as Brentford were pushing late even into the game. Part of Rosenior's management of fatigue and intensity. So I think that's why he took off Cucurella and then brought on Hato and then Josh Achempong. And I'll talk what did Rosenior say in the post-match conference. He was measured in his post-match media duties today. He acknowledged that they were not perfect, but they were relentless. Patience and the fight were key. Defense and determinations were responsible for a clean sheet. He also highlighted that while Chelsea might not have looked fluid, they showed character when it mattered, and it's a quality that's been missing at times this season. So this is the kind of tone that unites dressing room and supporters. I'm glad that he didn't come out and say Chelsea deserved the win, because we did not. Luck just played a big part in this today, and the lack of misses that Brentford had today is what Chelsea got and gave us the 3 points. This is, like I said, it's the type of tone that unites the dressing room and supporters, and it's a mix of realism and belief. Then let's talk about Cole Palmer's fitness, because even though Palmer scored the penalty, many fans noticed that he did not celebrate wildly. And at one point, late into the game, it looked like he might be holding his leg and struggling slightly. And this is very important because the club must not risk Palmer. If he is not fit or half fit in the short term, it is not smart. It's not a smart move at all that we're going to be having Cole Palmer on the field. We've seen too many often how minor knocks become major absences with rushed returns. Okay, long-term thinking matters more than one game's result. And if Palmer is half fit, a goal is great, but we cannot risk his fitness for short-term gains. Chelsea need to be creative, okay, and we need his creativity and threat for the long push. So it just like I said, we just need to be creative with our decision making and fitness management. If Palmer is not fit or is half fit, the same way we have with him, if I call it, I don't think there's any reason to have him in the squad. I mean the team sheet to start any game or even take any part. We should just allow him gain his fitness and have him back when he's ready to return. Okay, it looks like he was playing through maybe painkillers or playing with playing through needles and all that. And then, like I said, Garnacho's miss that from the 6 yard basically opened. Garnacho. It's just a frustrating player, yeah. Against Arsenal, you could see the way he scored the 2 goals. He scored were very, very classic and very, very lovely goal. And today he's got a chance to continue from there, and then he flops it. Okay, he works hard and has quality, but finishing chances is what separates good teams from great ones. Okay, and we'll give him credit. He impacted games this season when he must be more ruthless in front of goal. Okay, improvement in composure and decision making matters a lot. So, in the broader Premier League context, Tottenham lost to West Ham. One goes by two. West Ham beat Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 2-1, and the pressure is increasingly mounting on Thomas Frank each passing game. And then Liverpool drew at Anfield in a 1-1 draw. against Burnley, and it's also looking like Slot is next to walk out of Anfield, and the Man United peppered and beat Manchester City. That was the early kickoff of the day, 2 goals to nil, and I'm surprised and shocked that Manchester United defeated Man City in the manner which they did, and Arsenal drew at Nottingham Forest in a goalless draw. So meanwhile, Chelsea leapfrogged Brentford into sixth position with this win. We are now part of the European mix and still within striking distance of top four. I think we're just 2 points away from top four, and Chelsea's victory moved them above Brentford into sixth, like I said, and just 2 points behind fourth place Liverpool. The next fixtures and upcoming games through the end of the season will be must win, and if Chelsea must keep pushing for European qualification, and that's exactly the mindset Rosenior wants. Every match now is a chance to build identity, confidence, and momentum. Okay, and then to wrap up, we'll talk about the protests before the game. It's not how I expected it, but then again, I want to make a special shout out to Chelsea fans who voiced their concerns in this weekend's protest. Your passion matters, and fans should be a part of this club's culture and direction. Let's hope that the club listens and acts in a way that prioritizes football values, ambition, and respect for the supporters. Let me know what you guys think about everything that I've said in the comments section below. I really want to know your thoughts in this video as regards to everything. Manchester City losing to Man United, Arsenal with a goalless draw, Tottenham losing 2-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and every other thing that I've said in the comment section below. So yeah, don't forget to like this video and share, and then turn on your notification bell, because I still have another video to put out today. If not today, very first thing before I head out to work tomorrow, the video is going to be out. So don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you are notified as soon as my video is up and out for you to watch. Until then, it's Chelsea first, rivals next. Peace.